is Rio coming at you with another FSD video. This is version 12.5.4.1 on my Model Y. And first thing I'd ask is, if you enjoy FSD content, you enjoy watching the videos, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to build the channel and obviously stuff like that. I have some, unfortunately, bad opinions of this latest 12.5.4 and .1 version, because both of them I've seen very similar issues. So I'm going to cover some other things. I'm going to cover, you know, the Robo Taxi event. I want to cover the latest earnings call, but I want to talk about this first. And obviously you can see I have the car in FSD, again 12.5.4.1, and I got about a 10 to 15 minute drive here, so we're going to just kind of watch, and as issues arise or it does things well, I'll comment on it. But I also wanted to make some more other comments apart from what we just see in this drive. But I've seen 3 issues with this latest build that have been, you know, basically regressions. My experience overall with version 12 has been outstanding. Certain versions of V12 I would say are almost perfect. I haven't seen any major issues until we got to 12.5.4, and now I'm starting to see some issues. So the number one issue I'm seeing is that, you know, we're seeing phantom braking again. And one of the places I see phantom braking is actually in my neighborhood. It's at a 4-way stop right before we get to my, it's not a 4-way stop, it's a 2-way stop, and the way I take, there's no stop sign. But for whatever reason, if it's nighttime or during the day, the car starts to phantom brake there, and it's been, you know, and it's phantom brake to other places as well for seemingly no reason. So that's been a big issue. I really hope that in the next version of FSD, the next V12, or maybe if they go to V13, that issue gets corrected, because, you know, it's always safe. Like, I don't want to say like I'm worried like the car is going to get in an accident. It's fairly safe, but it's not a nice ride. You know, typically when I have FSD on, if I have the family in the car, which I won't do with this latest version anymore, but I typically have been doing it with V12, it's safe. And, you know, my wife can't tell if I'm driving or if the car's driving, okay? This latest version, it's kind of noticeable a human's not driving, and that's a big disappointment. So phantom braking is a big one. Probably the second biggest problem that I've seen is the mapping. For some reason in this latest build, the car is having a difficult time syncing up with the mapping and really taking me to the direct location that I want to go. I mean, I had, in my latest video I made before this one, it took me, I was going to a grocery store, and it actually took me across the street, and it was we're talking about a, you know, 7-lane street, so it was a big inconvenience. You know, it wasn't just like a minor little issue. It's kind of an issue. And then I was driving it earlier today, and I had the same issue. It took me to a parking lot kind of up the street from my location that I was heading to. So the mapping is screwed up. I don't know what's going on exactly. It's not like it's wrong in terms of the Tesla map on the top right corner here. I mean, that's correct, but the car is just struggling to actually get to the location. So that's number 2. And then the third thing that I've seen is I've seen it switching lanes without, you know, putting on a blinker or without any real intention to switch lanes. It just kind of does it for seemingly no reason and really in an unsafe way. So I want to emphasize, I really still believe that this build is basically completely safe. I don't think it's going to get you in an accident per se, but I do think that it's screwed up. This is a screwed up build, and it's disappointing to see that with all the progress that's been made with V12. And, you know, obviously they're starting the, you know, kind of going all in autonomy with everything that they rolled out over the last couple weeks. So those are my kind of meta comments on this latest build. And, you know, typically I'm very you know, I'm a huge fan of Tesla and their autonomy, and I'm a big bull in the company, but the truth of the matter is this latest FSD build has been a significant regression, and I'm hopeful that the team can get it fixed and back on track, because I've seen such amazing things from V12. So I would like to ask, if you're driving FSD, have you also seen these regressions? Have you also seen, frankly, been kind of disappointed with this latest build? I know I have, and I assume other people out there have seen the same thing. I mean, it was at the point where I was telling my wife, hey, yeah, you can put on the FSD when you're going around, because I had seen how safe it was, how on point it was, and now I got to tell her, you know what, why don't you just drive? It's really not worth the hassle. I mean, as you can see, this drive is going perfectly. I can't really complain right now, but I'm constantly seeing issues, so I'm going to be transparent about that. The next thing I kind of wanted to cover was the Robo Taxi event. I'm sure you all watched it. If you haven't, I mean, you probably wouldn't be watching this, but I did have a couple comments I wanted to just throw out there. Number one, I think, you know, what Elon was really showing was a vision of the future where cars drive themselves, where people don't have to drive. And I think it's a beautiful future. I think it's a really inspiring future. And I definitely think Tesla is going to get it done. I think they were saying the Robo Taxi car should start rolling out in 2026. And they expect full autonomy, unsupervised, within, you know, Model Ys and 3s and everything, sometime next year. And I definitely think there is the potential for them to hit those targets. Obviously there's going to be regressions. That's part of, you know, part of technology and things that happen, but I was really blown away with the overall vision for the future, and I think it's super inspiring. It made me very bullish on Tesla with the Robo Taxi, and obviously I can't wait to get one of these days. I'd probably just put it out for, like, as a Robo Taxi, because you know, we're a bigger family than two. But regardless, the Robo Taxi, first off, it's a beautiful vehicle. Beautiful. I think it's a absolutely, I mean, it looks like a Porsche, right? I mean, sorta. It's a beautiful vehicle. Interior looks comfortable, and I cannot wait to drive that vehicle, or not drive it, be driven in it. And I think by the time they roll it out, they're gonna have the kinks figured out with the FSD. The Robovan, I guess is how Elon said it. That's super cool. Would love to see that, but honestly, I would not expect to see that on the roads for maybe 4 or 5 years. I mean, I think it's going to be quite a while in development before that goes into production. And of course, Optimus, the robot, huge improvement. I'm definitely bullish on Optimus. I think, if I had to guess, I would say maybe they start with the first production model in probably 2026. But I mean, the big question there, obviously, everyone is very impressed with the robotics, and I'm sure they're going to make enough improvements with the robotics to make it a safe robot to have around other people and that type of situation. But I think the big thing is the autonomy, and you know, how capable is the robot of really helping and being a useful, resourceful robot without having to constantly be handheld and, you know, teleoperated and that type of thing. Because, you know, teleoperation is probably, you know, it's like driving a car, right? I mean, it's a natural progression for things to be teleoperated, but it's not as effective as a human, obviously, right? If you could just do it yourself, it's gonna be faster and quicker than if you're teleoperating some things. Maybe not in every situation, but still super bullish on that. I think Tesla as a company has the highest ceiling in the world of every company in the world, and I was blown away by the event. I thought it was amazing. I think it's a great picture for the future, and I think that Tesla's mission, I don't think they've mission statement, which was, you know, to transition the world to a sustainable energy future. But I think the future now of robotics, autonomy, I think it's a much bigger vision, and I think it has a much higher ceiling. So I would definitely, this is not financial advice, but yeah, I mean, Tesla has a bright future. I think it's going to be awesome. The other thing I want to discuss is the earnings. They finally had a positive earnings call where it looks like, you know, year over year, quarter over quarter, sales are up, revenue, gross profits up, and you know, that's great to see, because obviously for the last year or so it's definitely been pretty rough. So it's great to see that. I'm very bullish on that. So far this drive has been, you know, tremendously positive. There have not been any issues with this drive. Some kind of twisted turns, but I feel totally relaxed and I'm enjoying it. So they say V13 should roll out by the end of this month, maybe early next month, but I'm very much looking forward to that. I think that's gonna, it's definitely needed. But as you can see, even in this version, which I've complained about extensively, it's still super smooth, it's still super safe. Let's see. So I've been very happy with everything. And so anyways, I just wanted to kind of hear from everybody. What do you think about the latest build? Have you had the same issues I've had? Have you had other issues? Have you had no issues? Has it been perfect? That's certainly possible, although I would consider it unlikely. What's your experience been? What do you think about Tesla? I know that there was an FSD trial given out, like 30 days or something, for people making new purchases, and I think the existing fleet as well, if you don't have it. Personally, I still think $8,000 is probably a little too much, because, you know, people sell their cars, they trade their cars, and not everybody drives enough necessarily for $8,000, you know, for it to really make sense. But for people who drive a lot, who plan on keeping their vehicle for a long period of time, I think $8,000 does make sense. The reality is that if you're happy with Tesla, you want to get a new Tesla, you can probably time, you know, the next trade-in to be able to transfer the FSD. So I do think that in reality, if you pay for it, you're probably going to be able to keep it even on a new vehicle for quite some time, since they're running that promotion quite often. And if not, I mean, I think, what is it, 80 bucks a month, 100 bucks a month, something like that. It could be worth it if you're driving a significant amount. I know some people, it's just a little commuter car, maybe you don't have a long commute, and maybe it doesn't make as much sense, but I think for a lot of people it makes a lot of sense. So here's one of the issues I'm talking about. So we're taking a left-hand turn here. Okay, so it looks like it can do it, but the mapping said to go up, take a U-turn, but okay, we're taking a little left here. It doesn't look like it's an issue at all. See how it does. Got a car up here taking a right-hand turn, so they're going in the same place. Okay, not too shabby at all. Okay, so now we're gonna take this parking spot. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna back in. No, she's gonna take it, isn't she? She's gonna take my parking spot. And that's kind of the issue with the back in parking. It's not always very convenient. Sometimes, so I'm taking over now. You know, sometimes people they'll just take your spot if you're backing in, and So that's a little bit of an issue. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna wrap up this video, guys. I appreciate you watching the video. Please like and subscribe if you made it this far. We're gonna keep documenting the FSD. We're gonna keep doing this until it's perfect. There's nothing even to talk about and look about, and I have a feeling it's gonna be a while till that day, but that day is coming. So thank you for watching. Have a great day, guys. Appreciate it.